This is a video response to Thunderfoot's Born Again video. Thunderfoot makes the point that many of us owe our lives to modern science and to society, not to God. And I wanted to add my own personal testimonial to that. I owe my life to modern science and to society so many times over that I can't possibly not feel incredibly grateful to those things. First, when I was born, shortly after I got scarlet fever. Scarlet fever 100 years ago would most likely have been a death sentence. I would never have made it to a year old. When I was in elementary school, I had multiple concussions. Some of them required some pretty significant medical intervention. I could quite possibly not have survived through those. I have weak lungs, and many times during my growing up, I got pneumonia. Some of it very bad. Some of it is that I only survived because of modern medicine. So there I was as a teenager, and I had already died several times only to be saved by medicine. The point being that modern medicine began to save my life early. And move on to the most recent past. Never mind the number of times my life has been saved from pneumonia. The more recent past, I woke up one morning last March, year and a half ago now, and I had a pain in my chest, and I had a hard time breathing, and I didn't quite know what it was, and I got up and kind of fumbled around and took a shower anyway, but the pain wouldn't lessen and I couldn't breathe any better, and so I went to the emergency room to find out that one of my lungs had collapsed completely, and only surgery would have been enough to save my life. I would have died with that collapsed lung before too long. It's not. I might have been able to survive with it for months or longer, but it's a death sentence to have a collapsed lung. You can't live that way. And only surgery was able to save me. $40,000 in surgery that I couldn't afford. I had no insurance. I work for barely over minimum wage. I'm not rich. I can't afford $40,000 in surgery. So, not only do I owe my life to the science that made it possible to save my life, I owe my life to the society that paid for it. And this feeling of owing my life to the society, I think is important, because it helps explain the differences that I have with, say, an anarchist or other forms of hardcore libertarianism. Under most of those systems, I wouldn't have survived. And I'm going to get argued with that there would still be charities and the charities would still be around and blah blah, but I don't think it's really true. Even if you look back at our own history in the United States, times when the state didn't take care of things like that, they didn't get taken care of. So, yeah. I don't know where I'm going with this. Except that I don't feel like I owe my life to God. I feel like I owe my life to other humans. Other humans who developed science. Other humans who thought it right to see to it that someone who couldn't afford it was saved. Thank you.